Hey everyone, it's Manero here, and in this video, I'm going to reveal what my art challenge and Procreate freebies for the month of November are going to be about. So let's jump right into it. But first I want to say thank you to everyone who participated in last month's challenge. I had a blast seeing all your awesome submissions and the incredible and healthy sense of community you guys keep promoting by liking, sharing, and commenting on other artists' submissions. You can search by the hashtag Manero Challenge on Instagram and Twitter, but mostly on Instagram, to check out all the incredible artworks and give their creators some love. If you're not familiar with my challenge of the month, basically I provide you with a free and exclusive Procreate brush every month, a color palette, and an art prompt. The challenge is to draw or paint something based on the prompt, using only the brush and the color palette provided. To join the fun, you can post your art on social media by using the hashtags Manero Brushes and Manero Challenge, and also make sure to tag me so I and others can see it. Feel free to include this image in your post as well. I will be sharing your awesome creations with my audience. You can find the link to download these freebies in the description below. The prompt for November is Light and Shadow. The idea is to choose any subject you like and represent it only using pure shapes of light and shadow, avoiding the use of lines as much as possible. But of course you can use lines to sketch your idea before jumping into drawing the actual masses of black and white shapes. In this month's color palette, I have also included a green color that we can use as a mid-tone to finish up our illustration. In the spirit of Halloween, I decided to draw one of my famous skulls, and for this I took a photo of this yellow skull I have in my studio for reference. Notice how when planning my reference, I made sure that the lighting on the skull and my hand was strong, resulting in interesting planes of light and shadow. Once I felt comfortable with my sketch, I created a new layer on top and I outlined the whole silhouette for both the skull and the hand. Then I filled the whole shape with black and I lowered the opacity of the layer so that I could see my sketch below. After this, I tapped on the silhouette layer to open the layer options, and I created a layer mask. If you are not familiar with layer masks, basically you can paint with black on the mask to hide parts of your layer in a non-destructive way. And you can also paint with white to reveal those areas again. My idea was to use black to hide the parts where the light was touching my subject, so that I could build the light shapes over the shadow shapes and still recover those areas if I made a mistake, or I wanted to refine the shapes I was drawing. This is a very fun method for painting with pure masses of light and shadow, because it feels almost like carving a pumpkin, where you carve in the pulp to make shapes. It also feels like sculpting, where you can take out clay with your tools, but you can also put clay back to fix mistakes or rework some parts. Observing the reference closely during the whole process was very helpful to know where to put in the lights. Here I was deciding what to do for the background, and finally I landed on this rectangular shape. I then continued defining the lights in the skull and the hands. I also decided to add some lighting in the background to help with making the skull really stand out. With a smaller size of the brush, I added some finer details to my drawing, being careful to not end up doing too many shapes that resembled lines. I also added a little bit of feathering to some parts where the light transitioned to shadows to help the transitions feel more natural, a little less harsh. Feathering are those spikes you can see in the interior of the mouth and a couple other spots, and this inking technique is very common in comics. As a final detail, I used the included green as a mid-tone to give my illustration a nice touch of color. And this is the final result to my own take on the challenge. I really hope you liked this video and that you decide to join the fun. I can't wait to see what you guys will create this month. Of course, if you have any questions after watching this video, feel free to ask in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more art related videos and give me a thumbs up. Also, make sure to check out my Gumroad page where you will find the challenge of the month freebies and many other brush sets for Procreate that I have available. I'm sure something will suit your artistic needs. All the links are in the description below. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time.